Hey welcome back to another video from your favorite small YouTuber, Mr. Jake786. This is a series that I want to make maybe weekly or bi-weekly, where I just want to give thanks and give a shout out to new people who are coming around the chats lately, and just give you a heads up on what to expect from the channel. So first off, I want to start this off with the shoutouts. We want to give a shout out to new subscribers. A lot of new faces have been coming around since the last couple of games that we've been streaming around here. And I want to just give shout outs to Mr. Nitro, Christopher Kasich, Deep Poetic Society, Gamer Nation for Life, Jimmy's Boogerface. Haven't seen you around lately, but I know you're always in the chat or watching whenever you watch. Thanks a lot. Ryan, who's an old friend, he's actually been coming by from China, looking at our games that we've been playing a little bit here and there. Shout out to you, man. Hope everything's going great with you and your family. Alright, and people who have joined the Co-op Talk podcast lately, over the past couple of episodes: Ellie Bain, Angel Gamer, M2J, Austin Sauce, Andre Ventura, Gumball Watterson, and of course, now is my segment for the top 3 subscribers right now of the week. I want to give a shout out to Abdul, XOL, and Kana. The 3 of you, it's a 3-way tie. You've been super helpful, awesome. I'm super grateful that you've been joining in, participating in the chat, and just being really active in the chat and helping me out with the games and stuff. With Resident Evil 4, you guys were super helpful. It was really amazing. Really wouldn't have been as entertaining without all of you participating and helping me out. So I'm grateful to have you here, grateful that you subscribed, and you guys can always shout me out in the comments and ask if you need anything from me or want me to play a game or anything. I'm open to it. You guys are awesome. So other new faces that we saw last night and in the past few streams, I want to give a shout out to Sloping Lot. He came in late last night when we were almost done with the game, but he came in, gave some advice. Jay Broadman, good guy. He's been coming by lately. Spade the Great, I know you're friends with John, which is awesome. Glad to have you here. Hope you enjoy what's going on. Lucas Daniel, and my mods. I can't forget about you guys. Thanks so much to John, Tito, and of course Monica. Thank you for showing up, moderating the chat, doing your best out there every night that I'm streaming. I just can't say thank you enough. You guys are the foundation of this channel. I started out with you guys, and hopefully we're just going to go along with the ride. So I'm going to have a word of the week, songs of the week, and questions of the week, and also what's next on the channel. So for this segment, this is the word of the week. And in the stream, a few streams ago, I asked, because we were playing Resident Evil 4 and arranging our inventory box a lot, I asked, what is the word that starts with a K that means sort of arranging things in a pleasurable and organized way? And nobody guessed it. The word is knolling. 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 Arranging related objects in parallel or 90-degree angles as a method of organization. And you do a ton of knolling in Resident Evil 4. So, see, if you didn't know that word before, let me know. And let me know if you have a suggestion for a word of the week next week. And let your parents know that you are learning something from YouTube. This is not just a dumb gaming channel. This is a channel for a higher intellect of a gamer. Let's put it that way. Alright, songs of the week. And I get songs in my head sometimes, and usually it's like before I'm streaming or something. It seemed to happen a few times this week. I don't know what it was, but I think I was talking to Monica about it a little bit. I'm like, you should look up this song, and I sent it to her. I have a couple songs of the week. One is called Boogie Oogie Oogie by A Taste of Honey. It's from 1978. These are some funky songs. Alright. This is something you can groove to, you know what I mean? Some old school funk, disco-y types of songs. Taste of Honey, classic song. I recommend look that up. type it in on YouTube. Go to the Slade 5000 YouTube channel. Support him. Tell him I sent you. I've been subscribed for like 7 years. Tell him Mr. Jake 786 sent you, and he'll appreciate it. I've commented on a few of his videos before. Good guy. Puts out videos of vinyl records spinning, so you get that real good old school quality, high quality videos. He's been doing it for a long time. The next track is called Karate by Kennedy. Now, this song is cool, funky, fast-paced, house kind of music. Got that old school house vibe. But also the video for this song is crazy. It's got some crazy karate and jiu-jitsu choreography going on. And it's just a silly, kind of wacky video with a fun song. He's sort of a parody of a Hollywood type of singer or something, like a parody of being a famous person. And it's funny because he's not super famous, but great track and great video. I recommend looking it up. Now, a few questions. This is the question segment of the week. Monica has given us some questions, and you can ask me questions down below, and I might even put together a separate Q&A if I get enough questions. I don't know if I have enough people participating at this point to get a video's worth out of questions, but it would be really awesome if you did send me questions. So here's a few questions to be featured right now. And she says, because we've been playing Resident Evil 4, she has a couple spoopy related questions. When did I first start playing video games? Answer is probably 4 or 5 years old. And what system? It was the NES, original NES. I started playing Super Nintendo. I mean, not Super Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers, and different games, Castlevania. Those are the ones that stick out most in my mind, and DuckTales, probably. I actually never had a Super Nintendo, side note, but always wanted one. And I'm actually kind of ticked off that I can't get that miniature one that just came out. So, system I've played, NES, when and what franchise? When did I start playing this franchise of Resident Evil? I started actually playing Resident Evil in the second game back in the 90s. I actually started playing Resident Evil 2. It was from a commercial that it had piqued my interest. I'd actually never heard of the game or the franchise before that. I saw a really cool commercial that made it look like it was this cinematic zombie game, and I couldn't believe that it was a video game. It looked like a movie at the time. It looked so amazing and realistic because all they did was show the better looking cutscenes at the time, and it really piqued my interest. And I remember we rented the game, and my mom was kind of freaking, and another one of my siblings was kind of freaking because he was, against violent video games, etc. And my mom, of course, was worried about it too, and she gave my dad a little grief about it. Why are you letting them rent video games that are violent and scary and stuff like that? But then when I actually played it in front of her and got a grasp of what I was doing, she got an appreciation for it, and she actually called it a movie multiple times instead of a video game when I was playing it. And it kind of interested her, and ever since then she has a different outlook on what games could be. I don't think she realized that they could be kind of like movies back then. So another question, let's move on right now. And did I branch out from Resident Evil to similar other games? Yes, absolutely, yes. I have branched out, and I've actually gone with every console that has gone by. I've stuck with Resident Evil, but also I have gone to different games like Dead Space, and most recently Last of Us. Games like that I will always love. Survival horror in general is a genre that I love playing, and I respect those creators of those games, because horror is not something that's always completely commercial or well accepted in every circle. It's not kid friendly, first of all, and you don't actually do, you know, very nice things in the games. It's not kid friendly, it's not commercial, you know. It's gory, it's violent, whatever they need to do to be scary, these makers do it in these games, and they get away with a lot. And it's up to people to come to terms with that and see if they want to try it out. You know, people have a lot of reservations about games like that are violent and gory and scary, but I've always found that the stories at heart are what keep me more interested than all that stuff. I'm not really just interested in a gore fest. So the last question is most disappointing addition to the franchise, and without explaining too much, that would be Part 6. I just don't like it that much. Haven't played 7 yet, but I've heard mixed reviews on that as well. So this is the end of the weekly wrap-up here. Let me know your questions and comments in the comment section down below. And this Miss Jake 786. He will see you next week, hopefully. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.